So in the previous video, we had the definition of polar of a point with respect to the parabola y square equal to 4ax. Now we will derive the equation of the polar of the point x1 y1 with respect to the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, and we will show that to be y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1. So we know from the definition that if we consider a parabola, and if P of x1 y1 is a point outside the parabola, and we consider a chord through the point, and we draw tangents at the ends of this uh, so if you name this as say Q, and this as say R, and this point as say T of x2 y2, the locus of this only we want to determine. Okay, now having got a point, see, we know already that from a point outside the parabola, two tangents can be drawn, and the chord of contact of tangents, this is called the chord of contact of tangents. We have, suppose I have a point say x2 y2, and this is the chord of contact of tangents, then we have its equation to be y2 is equal to 2a into x plus x2. So if it is taken as x1 y1, then this is y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1. So this is called the chord of contact of tangents, chord of contact of tangents drawn from the point x2 y2. Okay, so here the same situation that we have x2 y2, so naturally the equation of qr should be y2 is equal to 2a into x plus x2, and because it passes through the point P of x1 y1, we have to replace our x and y by x1 and y1. So this is what we get, but we want to have the locus of this. So locus of x2 y2 is by just dropping the suffix which has 2, we get this y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1. So the equation of the polar of the point x1 y1 with respect to the parabola is y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1. Next we have, see, so far we had given the pole, we found out the polar. Okay, so now that given the line Lx plus My plus n equal to 0, then how do we obtain its pole? So for this you will have to just identify the given line with the polar, and by identifying that and getting the values of x1 y1 will give the pole. So we consider the given equation to be 1 and the equation of the polar to be 2. Then identifying, because they represent the same line, we can identify them, the coefficient of x of this, coefficient of x of this, and then so like that, coefficient of y, and then constant term from the first L by 2a equal to m minus. So if we name this as 1, 2 and 3, from 1 and 2, from 2 and 3. So we can get the values for our x1 and y1 to be this. So ultimately we can write the coordinates of the pole to be n by L minus 2a m by L. Here m is missing, so 2a m by L. Okay, then given a point that is polar is written, for which we consider this special case. If we have the point to be say a comma 0, that is focus of the parabola, then its polar we are going to show it as directrix. Okay, it's polar that we are going to show it as directrix. So for which again y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1 is to be considered, and then you'll have to replace your x1 y1 to be a and 0. So that will give the directrix to be x plus a equal to 0. And the next is given the line to find the pole. Okay, so here you are given, it is just the other way around of this. If you are given the polar, that is x plus a equal to 0, you can compare that with Lx plus my plus n equal to 0, and from which you can get what is your L. So that's 1 here, M is 0 and N is A. So using this n by L minus 2a m by L, we see that A0 is the corresponding pole, and which happens to be the focus of the parabola. Next, as an example, if you are given 3, 4, a point, we want to find the polar of that with respect to y square equal to 4ax. Then in this y1, because once you take the pole to be 3, 4, then its polar will be, x1, y1, then its polar is given by y1 is equal to 2a into y1 is equal to 2a into x plus x1. So here in the place of 2a into x plus x1, 2a into x plus x1. So we have just substituting in the place of x1 you write 3, in the place of y1 you write 4, so that you get this, and further simplifying we get this to be the polar of the point 3, 4 with respect to this. So in this case, instead of y square is equal to 4ax, if you are given 8x say, then here you will have 12 because your a being 2. So that problem is to be read carefully, whether you are given 4ax or a is assumed some value. So that part we have to be very clear. And now we have this pole of the line x plus 2ay equal to 0 with respect to the same parabola. You are asked to find the pole. So that means again you will have to identify this Lx plus My plus N equal to 0 with the given line, and identifying that you get L to be 1. This is your L. This is your L, that is 1, and M is 2a. M is 2a and there is no N. So N is 0. Okay, by just comparing this we get, and by substituting we get 0, 4a square. Then find the locus of poles of the chords of the parabola which subtend a right angle at the vertex. So locus of poles, the moment you see the wordings locus of poles, you will have to start like this. Let the pole be P of x1, y1. Then we don't have any other curve in this, so with respect to this parabola only we have to write out the polar. The moment you write pole, you will have to write what the polar is, and that is with respect to, in this case, y square equal to 4ax. Then whenever you have, see when you consider parabola and you have a chord and you want to find the combined equation of these two lines, okay, this if you take it as say Q, and this you take it as R, and this you take it as O, origin, then when this chord subtends a right angle at this, means you will have to homogenize this curve, with the help of equation of this QR. Now here we have the we have to homogenize. See, the line in this case is the polar. Line in this case is polar. So we have to homogenize the equation of the curve with the help of this polar. So we know already that how to homogenize the given curve with the help of a line. So using that concept we have, you can write y square is equal to 4ax into 1. Okay, so this 1 is to be replaced by this. How that is obtained? See, whenever we had in step 1 how to homogenize, we'll have to retain the constant term on the right side, so that 2ax1 in this case, and then retain constant on the right side and then divide throughout by the constant. So this is what we have, 2ax1 is equal to 1, and then replace. So in step 3, in this case we have y square is equal to 4ax, whichever has single term, that is the degree is 1, with that only this 1 is to be multiplied, so that 4ax into you have the same expression. So when you simplify, you get that to be in the form ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. Homogenized form of the equation of these two lines passing through the origin. It can be put in this form. Okay, so if we just compare that with this, then this is our A, this is our H, 2H rather, um, this is our 2H together, all these together, and then this is our B. We need only A and B. So coefficient of x square is 8a square and coefficient of this is B, that is 2ax1, so you get this. We need only the locus of p of x1, y1, so we get that to be x plus 4a equal to 0. So whenever a card subtends a right angle at its vertex, the concept to be used is homogenize the curve with the help of line. Homogenize curve with the help of line. Okay, so that is the concept to be used here. And in the next problem, we are asked to find the locus of poles of tangents to the parabola y square is equal to 4x with respect to the circle is given by this circle. So here again, locus of poles of tangents. Here again we are given locus of poles of tangents. So the moment you see locus of pole means you will have to start. Let p of x1, y1 be the pole. Then it's polar with respect to. So when you write polar, you have to be very careful. If you have only one parabola, there is no problem. If you have more than a curve, with respect to what you need to write the polar is to be clearly seen. So in this case, you have locus of poles of tangents. The polar is tangent to this, but with respect to this circle only you are asked to find the polar. You need to consider the polar. So that is given by xx1 plus yy1 minus a into x plus x1. Using the technique how to write the tangent equation, it looks like the tangent equation, so we can easily write out the equation of the polar with respect to the circle. So this is what we have, and this is rewritten in the form y is equal to mx plus c. For what reason? Because this one happens to be tangent to this, means the condition we can easily use c is equal to a by m. So it's only for that purpose. This is rewritten in this way. C is equal to a by m. C equals a by m. So here C is ax1 by y1, this one, and then A is written as such, and M is nothing but this. M is nothing but this one. Okay, so that is substituted and then simplified carefully. That has to be simplified, and then locus of x1, y1 only is needed. So that gives by dropping the suffix that x square plus y square minus ax equal to 0. Next is locus of poles of tangents to the parabola with respect to the parabola. Okay, so here again locus of poles. So let the pole be, then it's polar. With respect to what? With respect to this, it is given. With respect to this parabola you are supposed to consider. So y1 minus 2a into x plus x1 equal to 0. Rewriting that in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Why it has to be written in the form y is equal to mx plus c? So that at once we can use the condition. So with any y is equal to mx plus c will be tangent to this, provided c is equal to b by m. Because here you have b instead of a, this is the condition required. So from here you can write out what that c is, that is written, and then b by m. So this is your m, so that is substituted here. And on simplification you get this, but remember we need only the locus. So by dropping the suffix we can write out the locus of p of x1, y1. Next is locus of poles of focal chords of a parabola. So locus of poles. So let the pole be, then the polar. There is only one curve, that's parabola. So general form we will take y square is equal to 4ax, and we have written the equation of the polar. And if you want to find the locus, means geometric condition is to be given. The condition given is this one passes through a comma 0, that is the focus. So we replace our x by a and y by 0. So when we replace x by a, y by 0, this is what we get. So from here, from here we get x1 plus a is equal to 0, and therefore locus of locus of p of x1 y1, when we consider, it will be just x plus a equal to 0. So that is how this one is determined. Now next one is similar to the tangent problem, but in the case of tangent we know the condition for tangency, namely c is equal to a by m. So here, as it is not practice to remember the condition for normal c, what we do is we adopt this method. That is, we write our locus of poles means we'll have to start with let the pole be. Then the equation of polar with respect to only one curve under consideration. So y1, this is what we have. And this is to be considered. This is the point to be noted, that we have to consider at any point at square to 80 the equation of the normal. Now this is a chord and this is normal, the same normal chord. This happens to be normal to the given y square equal to 4ax, which means these two must be the same. So we can identify these two equations and eliminate t. So identifying the two equation and then eliminating t, we will get the required result by just dropping the suffix, because locus of p of x1 y1 is asked. So you have this. So identify and eliminate t. See, t is written in this way, and find out what x1 is from these three equations, two at a time we can consider, from which both x1 and t can be obtained, and using the value for t you get this one, and therefore the locus of the pole is. So by dropping the suffix you get this. Next problem is, prove that the chords of the parabola which is bisected at HK is parallel to the polar of HK with respect to this. Two lines are to be shown as parallel lines. So in short, this is what we mean by the problem. We want to show that two lines are parallel, which means slope of the first should be equal to the slope of the second. So what are those two lines? So that is, we have got a line, okay, with one endpoint to be p of t1, the other one to be say q of t2. So which means this is 81 square to 81, and this is 82 square to 82. The midpoint of that is given as hk, that is given to us. So that means we can have these two relations. And from this we have that t1 plus t2 equals k by a. We need it solutively. Now the equation of PQ. So this result we'll have to recall this equation. Chord joining, equation of the chord joining P and Q is given by equation of the chord joining. This is given by this y into t1 plus t2 is equal to 2 into x plus 81 t2. Now from this, the slope of that line is given by 2a by k, right? Then it is actually 2 by t1 plus t2, but from there t1 plus t2 is k by a. So we get the slope of pq to be 2a by k. Now we want to show that this is parallel to the polar. So one is polar, the other one is chord joining, polar and chord joining this. So p and q. So these two are parallel, means we'll have to find out the slope of polar and also the slope of the chord. Already we have written the slope of the chord, which is 2a by k. Now slope of the polar at hk is given by y1 is equal to 2a into x plus h, means from this we get the slope to be 2a by k. Already we had the slope of pq to be 2a by k, and now that the polar slope of the polar is also 2a by k. So both being the same, we conclude that they are parallel. Which are parallel? The chords which is bisected at hk is parallel to the polar of hk with respect to y square equal to 4ax. Then seeing the previous case, that is we had the card subtending 90 degrees at the center, that is at the vertex. So here we have it subtends a constant angle alpha. See the same thing, but instead of 90 degrees, this one 90 degrees, we have this to be say alpha. So let the pole be. We are asked to find the locus of poles. So let the pole be. Then its polar with respect to y square equal to 4ax is this. Now if you want to get the combined equation, we'll have to homogenize this with the help of this line. Okay, that line is nothing but the polar y1 minus 2a into x plus x1. So again using the steps involved in homogenizing a curve with the help of lines, this is what we get. So we have this step, and the combined equation is given by this. So this is of the form ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So from which capital A is 8a square, and h also is needed. So 2h is equal to minus 4a y1, so it is minus 2a y1. B is nothing but 2a x1. So you just substitute h square means what you have, and a into b. Okay, so we have actually in between steps are skipped here because h square means it is 4a square y1 square minus a into b means it is 16 a cube into x1. So 4a square is taken out. 4a square is taken out, which means you get it as 2a. So what remains is y1 square minus 4a x1. Okay, and then coming to the denominator, it is a plus b. A plus b. A plus b means 8a square plus 2a x1. So in this we can take one 2a out, so that we will be left with 4a plus x1. So that is what is written, and of course this 2a and this 2a will get cancelled. Both of them will get cancelled, so that we can have by cross multiplying and then squaring, dropping the suffix, we get the locus. And then the next one, show that the locus of poles of all parts of the parabola which are at a constant distance. See, in one case they subtended a right angle. And in another case they made an angle alpha at the vertex, and now that they are at a distance dmx. So in this case the distance of any point from a given line, that formula is to be used. The point happens to be 0, 0, and the line is nothing but the polar. So you are asked to find the locus of poles. So let the pole be, then its polar with respect to the parabola. So you have this, and the line is known, and the point is known. So find the perpendicular distance. This is what you get, and then squaring both sides. So avoid the radical sign. Squaring both sides and dropping the suffix, we get the locus of that point under this particular condition. So finding the locus means we have to look at the locus, means there must be some geometric condition. Look for the geometric condition from which using which finding the locus will be easy. So constant angle or angle 90 degrees, or it is at a distance d. So all these are standard problems as far poles and polar are concerned. The same thing can be dealt in the case of ellipse also. Only the concept remains the same, only the equation will differ. So homogenizing part that we had, and then the polar which happens to be tangent and which happens to be normal. So that those two problems. So we have this as well as the angle homogenizing playing a major role. The otherwise other types of problems being given the pole, find the polar, Given the line, find the pole. These types of problems. Only these types of problems that are discussed in this video. Thank you.